Hey guys, Troy Dooley, the Beachside CEO. I tell you, I've been gone through, as you guys know, a lot of you that have followed us, it's been a heck of a week and a half, 2 weeks. I have been on the road. I was at home. My son was in the hospital, literally, just on the brink of death. We watched my good friend BK Borrego get slammed by regulators and trying to work through his issues. I've got friends over at Solivay that have come out of their Chapter 11 and they're working through their stuff. All kinds of stuff happening in the direct selling arena, everything happening in people's lives. I've got a friend that was praying for my son and ended up calling me and saying, Troy, I'm in the hospital. I feel like there's a sledgehammer beating in my chest. And just a great friend. We're praying for him. All this stuff's going on. I had a client call and say, Troy, I know you're launching one company this weekend, but can you help us sell our company? I've got top reps saying, Troy, we'd like to get out and do something different. There's all kinds of movement going on. And I got to thinking, man, how do you focus on this? So as I was driving this week, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back to where it all started. And I came literally to the location where 35 years ago, I started coming on a daily basis. I would literally walk along the cliffs behind me, praying, meditating, thinking, taking notes, writing in my journal, writing through, just thousands of 3x5 cards over this time period. And I was able to narrow down really the 8 pillars, if you will, that changed my life. And some of you who have listened to me speak at international conferences and regional breakouts and stuff know that I'm passionate about this, and I speak on this quite frequently. But I want you to take some notes. This is one of those times where I'm not here to rant. I'm not here to praise some company. I'm really here just to have a beachside chat, if you will. Going back to the beginning. Because there's 8 pillars in my life that has changed it all. And when I look at these, I realize these are the 8 consistent things that when the foundation seems to be crumbling out from underneath me, when the hurricanes seem to be taking the roof away, these are the 8 pillars that I've had in my life, my business and my personal life, that has made the biggest difference. I want you to write these down. Number 1 is clarity. People trust you when you have a clear message, when you stand for something. I don't care if you're a business owner. I don't care if you're a person in the field. I don't care if you're a mom. When your message is clear, when people know what it's there for, they'll follow you. If you've got some ambiguous message that's always changing, then don't expect to make any money. Don't expect anybody to follow you. It'll never happen. Number 2 is you got to have compassion. People put faith in those who care beyond themselves, care something bigger, far bigger. I had a wonderful lady, a senior vice president of a company this week, said, Troy, I know that my number 1 rep would love to have you on her team. I said, that's probably true. I don't know, But here's what I do know. I'm not going back into field building because my vision, my purpose in life is bigger than just one organization. I want to be able to be a person who can speak to thousands and thousands of people. I want to be able to show up at a company event, speak for an hour, 30 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever, impact people's lives, and then go back into the audience and meet people one-on-one and talk to them in every company out there, because I believe if I can plant seeds in every company, we can change an industry. See, you've got to be bigger than yourself. You've got to be out there something. If it's just about me, you're not going to make it. Number 3 is character. People notice those who do right over what's easy. My friend BK Borrego, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, we have prayed a lot. We have spoken a lot. We have chatted a lot. We have done some crazy things, as I've just said, man, hang in there. Do what's right. Do what you know is you're supposed to do. Hold fast to that. There were times when he'd say, Troy, I just can't speak about what we're doing, but man, just pray. Just pray it's the right decision. Okay, that's what, it was funny because here I am, a guy wanting to get as much information from BK as I can. I want to get his story out there, and he's saying, here's what I need from you right now. I just want you to pray that I do what's right for the people. Man, that's pretty powerful, you know what? I mean, he could have blown it off, said, hey, let's make a settlement, just give me my assets and I'll go on down the road. And instead, he's thinking about all the people's lives that he's affected and what can he do to help. Powerful. You got to have character. Number 4, you got to have competency. People have confidence in those who stay fresh, relevant, and capable. Man, you can make mistakes. I've made more mistakes. Man, I've made mistakes on videos. Had to go back and apologize for people. I've written something and it's messed up. You know, it's kind of funny because some people take competency as meaning that you never make a spelling error, you never use the wrong word, you never call somebody's last name. That's not competency. Competency is knowing what's happening at what time. It's knowing what regulators are really looking for and what they're going after. It's knowing what consumers and customers are seeking out. It's knowing what the true purpose of your company is beyond just the product or the service that you're marketing. There's an old philosophy in life, especially in sales. It says, man, it doesn't matter what the widget is you're selling. Just go out there and dazzle them. Not in the 21st century. In the 21st century, you better be competent. Part of that competency is truly knowing the needs and the desires of the people you're here to serve. Whether it's your field team or whether it's the end user, the product person, the person that says, yes, I want to lose weight. Yes, I want a better cell service. Yes, I want to be able to protect my identity. Yes, I want life insurance, whatever it is you sell. If you don't know their needs, if you're not willing to get down there, then it's not going to work. For 15 years, I marketed for Primerica Financial Services. And if you've ever gone to a Primerica event, I mean, they're in suits and ties and they're looking good. And then there's Troy. I'd go to my clients, and if it was a pig farmer or a rancher, I was in cowboy boots, I was in jeans. Many times I was helping them on their ranch as we talked about what their future was going to be, what their family's future was going to be like when they were gone. You have to be able to do this. Then there were times when I'd sit down with an attorney, local businessman. I'd have on slacks, shirts. If my wife watches this, she'll tell you I wanted my custom shirts, I wanted my Christian Dior, you know, my shoes, everything had to be in place, and that's true. We outgrew that. But part of it was knowing the person I was going to deal with, and that's what you've got to do. If you're not doing that, you're not going to win. You're not going to have those pillars that are going to keep your company growing. Commitment. You know, people believe in those who stand through adversity. They believe in those who say, you know what, the purpose behind our company's bigger than ever. I think of a company that I've followed at a distance, Solvay. You know, Solvay was just a rising star in the direct selling industry. Heck, they were a rising star in the mobile business. One of the companies that really broke through the barrier, started lowering prices. People started flocking to them. And they went into a Chapter 11. Went through adversity. But the founders of that company, both in the field and in the corporate office, knew that they had a dream, a purpose, a driving mission that was so much bigger that they couldn't let the company die. It would have been so much easier just to put it in Chapter 11, walk away, go build something new. And instead, they stayed. They worked through it, and today they're going somewhere, and they've got this remnant of a team, not professional networkers, not professional salespeople, not people that know mobile, people that say, we get that mission, we know where you're going, we want to take this somewhere bigger. It's powerful. That's what they're doing. People will stick with you when you show them that you've got a purpose worth sticking with. Connection. People want to follow, buy from, and be around friends. If you're a CEO, don't be sitting in your daggum corner office. Get out there and hang out with your reps, not your top leaders. I'm talking about that middle guy, that guy that's just breaking out of being a salesman and going into sales management. I'm talking about the end consumers. I don't know why companies don't invite customers to their conventions, because the customers are the ones that are the backbone of your business. So many times companies want to focus on the top 10 to 20% of their sales team. For what? Because eventually some of them are going to get egos and leave you. But when you create a product that makes a difference in a person's life, those are the people you want to hang out with. Go hang out with them. Contribution. People immediately respond to results. Tom Shoes comes to mind. You buy a pair of shoes. I'll pay $58 to $60 for a pair of canvas shoes, knowing that another pair is going to a third world country to help a child, a mom, a dad, somebody who needs something on their feet. And they're not just the only company I do that with. I buy products all the time where I know that they've got a double bottom line, where they're trying to make a difference in the world today. People want that. Companies in the 21st century have to have a cause. Procter & Gamble is a prime example. When you go study Procter & Gamble, every brand that they have underneath them has a driving mission for something bigger. Not to embarrass anybody, but probably at least 3/4 of the women that are watching this use some type of female sanitary product, and it's probably from Procter & Gamble. And for every product that's purchased, there's education going to Kenya and other third world countries where girls that get into school and start on their period get so embarrassed that they stop school and don't get their education. And Procter & Gamble now educating women to let them know, hey, here's how you take care of that. That is not something to be embarrassed about. And they're staying in school and they're getting a bigger education. All the moms that are watching, some of you, I know some of you are into the natural, organic living, so this may offend you. Please don't be offended, but Pampers. Every box of Pampers that's sold, money goes into inoculations in third world countries to help children that were just dying of just normal everyday things that they shouldn't have been dying from. That is a message and a mission that you want to be able to work with. Consistency, our last pillar. People love to see the little things done consistently. I know, at least in the direct selling world, that people think it's all about the money story, that it's all about the hype, that it's about the bling. And people say, well, that's what the millennials are looking for. Bull crap. I've raised millennials. I'm still raising millennials. And you want to know what millennials really want? They want to know that they can be with somebody that has the 8 pillars in place. They want to know that when that person talks to them, they're not talking out of both sides of their mouth. We do a lot of work in the direct selling industry, a lot of work in the home business arena in general. And it's funny because I'll have kids call me and say, Troy, we know you'll tell us the way it is. I have people, when I'm working with a company and they have to terminate somebody, that rep will call and say, can you just give it to me straight? Where can I go? What can I do? Man, because I understand both sides. See, people want that. Can you give it to them? Guys, I don't want to take up any more time. This was longer than I wanted, but we've got these 8 pillars right here that I've lived my life by. I'm not perfect at them, and sometimes I got to get a little cement out and we got to clean up one of those pillars that got nicked or damaged. But you know, when you got a pillar and one of them's getting nicked and damaged, those other 7 are holding everything up, so it works, and it works well. Whether you're launching your business today, whether you're a field rep saying, I just want to take it to the next level, whether you're just brand new saying, I don't even know if I want to be in direct selling, but I know that I'm going to do something different with my life. Whether it's these 8 pillars or you find your own, this is what's going to change your world. This is what's going to make a difference. That's why I came back to the place where it all started 35 years ago. And in 35 years, we've gone from being a part-time rep to a full-time rep to a company owner to company executive to now running a Renaissance firm where we handle just about every need that a company has, where we work with top-level reps and coaching. And we've been able to live our dreams by moving from the side of a beautiful lake to the shores of the Gulf of Mexico on a beautiful little barrier island. It was hard work. It wasn't that 90-day get rich quick. It wasn't even my good friend Richard Brooks' 3 to 5 year career. It took me 15 before I got full-time, and it's taken me another 15 or 20 to really fulfill and live some of the dreams that we have. But it's these 8 pillars that made it possible. Folks, live life like it's an epic adventure. Stay dangerous, stay strong, and if you're in network marketing, act like